This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 624, Getting Started with Intentional Parenting by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Hello, everybody. I am your host, Greg Audino, and welcome to Optimal Relationships Daily. I am here from Monday to Friday to help you improve all the relationships in your life, whether it's to do with dating, marriage, or family. Parenting, in particular, is saved for the end of the week, which we have entered into. Heads up. So, today we are going to be hearing from Shawna Scafe on what intentional parenting is all about. This is a great post on mindfulness and more, and it is just swell to be here sharing Shawna's insights with you. So, let's hear it and start optimizing your life. Getting Started with Intentional Parenting by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Have you ever met a family and looked at their lifestyle or traditions or way of interacting and thought, yeah, they've got that something? Maybe they're traveling around the world or homesteading on an acreage or left the rat race and moved to an island for the slow life. These are the kind of people who always make you stop and look at yourself a little crooked, holding an iPhone in one hand, a baby in another, putting on yet another show of Diego, tossing toast around the breakfast table and talking into your coffee cup about wishes and dreams. What's different about them and me? It isn't a coincidence in how they're raising their kids. It is intentional. You could even say, oh, that's Lisa for you. She's always doing something weird like traveling the world in an RV with her family for fun. It's more than that. She has purpose, passion, and follows through. She's molding her kids with intention by following the dreams in her heart instead of making excuses for reasons not to. Which, life with little babies, that's kind of my jam. I'd rather stay at home where there are beds for everyone and snacks and my sweatpant collection that's been carefully curated to match my lipstick. I've said before, I feel like I'm leaving that bottleneck of the baby stage. Really, I'm kind of pushing myself through the door because my youngest isn't even crawling yet. It is just time. I felt the push to recognize where I'm running on autopilot and make some changes to take the wheel. This new year, Connor and I were sitting at our table at the end of the night and did something we've never done. We talked about our own goals and dreams for ourselves individually and our family. I've talked about it on my post titled, How to Get Started with Intentional Living. It's been almost 4 months, and I struggle because I feel like I haven't really put those words into much action yet. One of our questions was, finish this sentence. We want our kids to grow up to be... Of course, we want our kids to be the total package, and if you ask their grandma, they undoubtedly will be. We could make this an unrealistically exhaustive list. We tried to narrow it down and think of those qualities that have longevity and versatility for wherever their lives take them. Though maybe the first things out of our mouths were traits that we struggle with or use as a crutch to deal with conflict. So we have this list of what we think a kick-ass adult looks like, and we overlay it on the toddler version of our children. It's not an easy fit, of course, because you can't put a 3-piece suit on a caveman and call him Don Draper. Unless you're Clinton and Stacy, then carry along, makeover savants. So this is where we're at now. How do we get from I hate pants, tea bags, and white toothpaste to emotionally intelligent, productive citizen, or whatever traits you deem valuable in adulthood? Some things are easier to teach than others, but I'm starting with a couple of thoughts. One, like Lisa and her husband, making their kids travel companions for a life-changing adventure, the best way to teach them is to model it. Well, unless we're raising cheese-eating, floor-sweeping, laughing women who randomly break into song, let's hope they pick up some more useful traits from their father and the people we surround ourselves with. Pretty sure this is why godparents were invented. Also pretty sure I should start being more like the qualities we listed instead of spending too much time letting Netflix ask me if I'm still watching. 2. This is the intentional part. This is where I feel most lost with what to do next because what is next is another day of practicing it all. This is the training, the daily mindfulness, the reactions we have to them, the proactive things we chose to do, our habits and actions, how we treat our spouses, ourselves, our friends. Some parents pursue intentional parenting to the point of taking courses, following monthly plans and workbooks on how to do this. I say high five to them. I'm still struggling with getting the toilet scrubbed and sleeping through the night on the regular. I don't feel guilty that I have been on autopilot over these past few years. Not totally proud of some stages, but the recent years of my life saw lots of breaking down, lots of new growth, and just drenched in God's grace when I had none. I'm starting to watch my parenting through this overlay of words we've assigned as goals. I see times I've been on autopilot to scold a toddler, or referee a sibling scrap, or blurt over the answer to a question they have. Or even more than that, times I did not honor who my child is at their core. To try to get them to react or behave like I would, instead of letting them behave the way they are made and coach them through the messy bits. Because, as the Enneagram has opened me up to see, we've all built a shell of a personality that allows us to navigate through life comfortably. My kids don't have this veneer yet, and I can't give them mine. So, new year, new resolutions. It started with turning the TV off more often, and I'm ready to make some more changes and scramble around to find the next route to more parenting with a game plan. Google tells me this is called intentional parenting. A part of me is overwhelmed by getting this list to become lesson. The other part of me rolls her eyes and sips her coffee. My kids will be fine, I know. But like every parent, we always want our kids to be more, have more, do more than we were ever able to do. You just listened to the post titled Getting Started with Intentional Parenting by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Big thanks to Shawna, especially for bringing some humor to us on an otherwise ordinary Thursday. Very grateful for her words today. Though it can be exhausting to keep up with the constant vigilance surrounding intentional parenting or intentional anything, trying such an approach to the best of one's ability ensures that not only are you helping your children to the best of your ability, but also being connected to them to the best of your ability. With intention comes specificity, and with specificity comes a bond that really has little to no room to be broken. And with that, we're going to wrap things up. Thanks for joining me today, and remember the importance of modeling the type of behavior you'd like your kids to follow. Don't worry about what you did in college. They don't have to know. You can start modeling now. You heard it here. I'll see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week, everybody, where your optimal life awaits.